Alafia family, it is yours truly, Ifaremi Olosun, and I'm back with another video per your request. I give thanks to Source. I give thanks to my higher self that I am able to deliver another video to you. This one will be very quick for a change. I just want to talk about what we refer to as spiritual maintenance. Sometimes people, clients, and I'm always responding to what I hear from my clients, what they say to me, from people that come to me, that email me. That's my goal, to be of service to one in their pursuit and their journey of connecting to their higher self. So people will often say, I'm doing the abo, I'm doing the reading, I'm doing what I'm being told to do spiritually, but I'm still not experiencing any elevation, any growth. I'm still having this problem in my life. I want to say what I always say. I've coined a few terms along the way, which is there is no spiritual work without inner work. There is no spiritual work without inner work. There is no spiritual work without inner work. No matter how many abos you do, no matter how many readings you have, unless you are also combining that with inner work, which is why I offer guidance sessions, spiritual guidance sessions that are based on my experience, my knowledge, and many strategies and things that I have done and experienced and learned that empowers us to be able to heal, overcome, come out of, change, transform positively. Any traumas, hurt, pain, shadow selves, unfavorable things that has happened to us in our life. So I provide a way for people to, yes, do the spiritual work, do the abo, do the readings, but also you want to utilize spiritual guidance, my guidance sessions. Even if it's not through my guidance sessions, if you find a good licensed therapist, then that's also good. My thing is, I don't want anyone out there. Some people will gladly just take your money for readings, for abo, and don't care. And they won't explain to you that your your head must be able to receive. All things come through the Ori. So your Ori, your consciousness must be able to receive the offerings, the spiritual work that's being done on your behalf. If your Ori has blockages and is unable to receive the offerings that's being done on your behalf for whatever reason, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money. If you have not done the inner work, as one of my mentors and mothers in my mind, the great, incomparable Iyanla Van Zant, says, you have to fix yourself, fix your life. You have to also fix yourself. You can't just depend on anything outside of yourself, anyone outside of yourself. It's the same thing people always, we really have to heal. Melanated people here. And I'm not talking like I'm, talking at you. I'm talking to you. And I've also been through the same thing. I know. And healing is ongoing. It never ends because we have been programmed to do things a certain way, to respond a certain way, to believe a certain thing all our lives. So I have to also remind myself, hey, you don't think that way anymore. You don't respond that way anymore. You don't do things that way anymore. So I'm not talking down to anyone, just wanting you to understand and to understand that there is no spiritual work without inner work. If your magic isn't working, if your offerings isn't working, If doing the readings isn't working, the elbow isn't working, we have to go within and look within ourselves and do the inner work as well. Spiritual maintenance. Also, consistency. If we have years of trauma, years of conditioning, years of a certain way of thinking, years of a particular mindset, Ifa, the Orisa, Ebo, our indigenous spiritual systems, you can't just expect it to just be like boom, bam, boom, done. It's working through your own psyche, through your own mind to reprogram, to transform, to heal with the energies that are you and that are all things in nature. So it's a process, and you have to be consistent. You can't play hopscotch with your spiritual growth and development. You can't come 1 month just because, now for whatever reason you want to do it and then stop and wonder why you didn't experience any progress, why you didn't experience any healing, why you didn't experience any positive change. And anything you do that you want to be successful in, you have to be consistent in doing so. You have to keep pushing at it, doing it, pressing forward. I wish I can verbalize what I'm seeing, but it's like the little engine. You got to keep putting forth that inertia of energy to manifest that thing, to make it happen, or to change a thing. You just can't, boom, rewrite and undo years and years and years of trauma through one reading and one ebo, or through one guidance session. Be dedicated, be consistent, be serious. Because at the end of the day, I always say you can fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool spirit or your higher self none of the time. The Ori knows at the end of the day, you're only fooling yourself. You're only selling yourself short. So be consistent with your desire to tap into your power, with your desire to better yourself, with your desire to practice, to study. I don't like to say practice. It sounds like you playing, but to study Yoruba, indigenous spirituality. Be consistent with it. Be serious about it. It's a part of your spiritual maintenance to be consistent. It's a part of your spiritual maintenance to be serious about what you're doing. It's a part of your spiritual maintenance to be dedicated to what you're doing. It's a part of your spiritual maintenance to do the inner work, not just the spiritual work. Don't leave your well-being. Don't just say, oh, I had a Babalawo or Ianifa do this for me, so I'm straight. You can't put your well-being, never put your well-beings. That's like people do with pastors. Don't put your well-being and your elevation and your goals and your dreams and your desires in the hands of another and say, oh, I gave somebody some money to do something for me, and that's well enough and good. You have to also pour into yourself, put forth your own effort to heal yourself and to do better, to be better. That's a part of your spiritual maintenance. No spiritual work without inner work. Just like we pay our bills every month, part of spiritual maintenance is energetic exchange. If we can pay the same people, most of them anyway, a lot of these companies are part of the system that's oppressing us. But hey, until we can do better, we do. And so, but if we can put aside that $300 a month for the gas bill, $200 a month for this bill, once you understand what money really is, I say this in my clubhouse meetings, you understand how to manage money. You understand how to manifest money. You understand how to give money and to manifest for the money to come back to you. Money is a spirit energy. It's not a thing. In order for money to flow to you, it must flow. Money is a currency, current sea. Money is water. So holding on to it doesn't mean that you'll be rich. It doesn't mean that you'll get the thing that you desire. You want to have energetic exchanges. and for the energy that spiritualists put out and exert through their knowledge, wisdom, and ashe and prayers, incantations, and all the things that they apply to help heal you. You owe it to yourself to help heal yourself, but also if you can pay this bill, that bill, buy these shoes, buy that bag for $1,000, put aside money for your spiritual well-being. As they always say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Have your supply of spiritual tools that you can use to heal yourself. I'm not even talking about not just having your money for Ifa readings and monthly elbow, but have a stockpile of things to cleanse your house. Have a stockpile of your sage, Palo Santo, Ewe Ifa, herbs that you may use to cleanse your house, different things, whatever you may use, dragon's blood, what have you, ammonia. Take care of yourself and have the things you need to protect yourself spiritually on deck. Spiritual maintenance. Make sure that you have the supplies to do your ritualistic bathing. Take a spiritual bath every at least once a week, every week. Do your readings and elbow every month. Have the things that you need to cleanse your house at least once a week, if not more. But at least every Sunday, when you're cooking your Sunday dinner, however you do it, you wake up that rise and cleanse your house, wipe down your walls. It's about spiritual maintenance. The same effort we put into maintaining our cars, all of these materialistic things, to maintaining some women. I'm not, I wear lashes too, so I'm not talking about nobody, but the same effort we put into maintaining eyelashes, fingernails, toenails, first and foremost, spirit comes first. We have to make sure that we are putting forth the same effort, the same funds aside, materials aside, all that we need. So when things don't go as expected or in the way that you like, we have some people who will say Ifa don't work, Orisa stuff don't work. That's nonsense. Is it that Ifa doesn't work, the Orisa doesn't work, or is it that you're not working it consistently? So before we say that Ifa, African spirituality, Yoruba, I'm changing that, Yoruba indigenous spirituality does not work, ask yourself, are you working it? How much work and effort do you put into your spiritual maintenance? How consistent are you? Are you trying to play double dutch? You in and you out, you in and you out, and you think that's going to reveal good results for you? So I just want to remind everyone the importance of, I kept it under 15 minutes. But I just want to remind everyone of the importance of spiritual maintenance. Do the work. Do the work. As, again, my favorite woman, one day I will meet Iyanla Van Zant. She has mentored me in my mind. She's helped heal me privately. I love her spirit. I love her energy. I love her as a human being. And I just have to honor her because so many of her words and quotes stand true. And I'm using them at the moment. But it's true. We have to do our work. There's no shortcuts around the process of elevation. And it's not about show. Let me look like I'm leveling up. It's not a look. Leveling up is not a look. It's not that you can, again, bypass a step. Remember, it's about the consciousness, the experience that you came to have. If you think you can pretend or fake level up and not do your spiritual maintenance and not do the work, what's going to happen is, again, you're just fooling yourself and you're going to find yourself reliving the same experiences low key. If you're still doing the same things with the same people in the same way at the same time, and you're not challenged, you have not been challenged to do more. You are not evolving in any way, then you're not leveling up. And that's probably because you're not really serious, you're not consistent, and you're not practicing spiritual maintenance and doing a lot of the things that I just mentioned. So don't blame Ifa, don't blame the Orisa. We always have to first look to ourselves in all things. I love you. Balance be. As always, may you rise, rise, rise into your power. Until next time. Mwah.